In the heart of Africa's wild savanna, a legend was born, a lion whose cunning and resilience shook the very soul of the Sabi Sand Reserve. His name was Sizanani, the ghost lion, a king who defied destiny's cruel hand and rose from the ashes of his lineage to etch his name into the annals of the wild. This is his story, a tale of survival, brotherhood, and a legacy that still echoes across the plains. So, settle in, and let's journey into the life of a lion who became more than a predator. He became a symbol of unbreakable spirit. In 2007, the Sabi Sand Reserve buzzed with the triumph of two brothers, Blondie and Dozy, who had just claimed the Kuma Pride, 9 fierce lionesses, masters of hunting buffalo with jaw-dropping precision. But their victory was short-lived. The ruthless Mapogo coalition, a band of 6 brutal lions infamous for their savage conquests, stormed in. Blondie fell, Dozy fled, and the pride's lionesses faced a grim fate. Some were killed, others cannibalized, a chilling reminder of the Mapogo's reign of terror, which once controlled over 170,000 acres of territory. Amid the chaos, one lioness, the pride's queen, hid her 6 cubs among the rocks, shielding them from the slaughter. 4 were females, 2 were males, and among them was Sizanani, the firstborn, a cub destined for greatness. Tragically, hyenas claimed the female cubs, but Sizanani and his brother survived, growing under their mother's fierce protection. When the Mapogos returned, they didn't notice that these cubs weren't theirs, a stroke of luck that spared the brothers. Raised as part of the Kuma Pride, Sizanani and his sibling honed their skills, becoming expert buffalo hunters, a rare and dangerous craft even among lions. Did you know a single buffalo can weigh up to 2,000 pounds and charge with enough force to crush a lion's skull? Yet, Sizanani mastered the art, learning from the lionesses who danced with death to feed their pride. As adolescents, the brothers set out as nomads, determined to forge a new path unlike their parents' tragic end. But fate tested them early. Sizanani's brother suffered a crippling hip injury, limping through the savannah. It was Sizanani, whose name means working together in Zulu, who stepped up. He hunted for both, sharing kills and protecting his brother until he healed. This act of loyalty wasn't just instinct. It was a glimpse of Sizanani's heart, a lion who valued family above all. In my mind, this bond paints him as more than a beast. He was a leader with a soul, carrying the weight of his pride's future. The brothers ventured to the Tin Swallow lands near Kruger National Park, conquering their first pride. But peace was a stranger. Rival nomads challenged them relentlessly, forcing Sizanani and his brother to fight battle after battle. Each clash sculpted them into warriors, their muscles hardening, their tactics sharpening. They were young, yet fought like seasoned kings. But the past has a way of stalking the present. The Matimbas, a coalition with a dark history tied to their ancestors, emerged like ghosts from the savannah. In a clash that felt almost supernatural, Sizanani and his brother drove them off, not once, but time and again. Yet, the Matimbas were relentless, their hunger for power blinding them. In a brutal showdown, Sizanani's brother fell, struck down by the very specter of defeat that haunted their bloodline. The loss shattered Sizanani. Alone, he wandered the Sabi sand, his heart heavy with grief. He vanished for days, earning the nickname Ghost Lion for his elusive nature, slipping through the savannah like a phantom. Imagine the solitude of a king without his kin, haunted by the echoes of his brother's roar. But Sizanani wasn't done. In 2014, he re-emerged, not as a broken lion, but as a force of nature. He found a new companion, a lion as strong as he, and together they became a symphony of power. Their buffalo hunts were legendary, drawing tourists from across the globe to witness their precision, a dance of claws and instinct that could bring down a beast twice their size. Together, they claimed not 1, but 4 prides, ruling the heart of the reserve. Sizanani's cubs were born, and for the first time, he saw his legacy take root. Unlike his parents, whose offspring faced slaughter, Sizanani's bloodline thrived. He could have roamed as a lone nomad, fading into obscurity, but his choice to forge a new alliance transformed him into a king of abundance. Fun fact: lions like Sizanani can sire up to 50 cubs in their lifetime, but only a few survive the harsh savanna. Sizanani's 16 cubs, born across generations, were a testament to his resilience. Yet the savanna spares no one. The Birmingham coalition, a formidable force, loomed on the horizon. Outnumbered, Sizanani and his companion didn't fight. They outsmarted. They led their prides in a nomadic exodus, evading the Birmingham for months until they settled in new lands. There, 3 exiled lionesses, cast out by the Birmingham, joined Sizanani, bearing his cubs and swelling his kingdom. His pride grew, his legacy cemented. But time is a predator even kings can't outrun. In 2016, Sizanani suffered a hip injury, eerily mirroring his brother's wound, in the same spot where his brother had fallen. Too severe to heal fully, it slowed the great lion. His pride fed him, protected him, but a lion's body is built for conquest. When it can no longer fight or hunt, it begins to fade. On October 27, 2017, in front of the reserve's guest lodge, Sizanani closed his eyes for the last time. He chose his resting place as if to declare, "I was here. I was king." His body, thin and weathered, was laid to rest in a sacred site reserved for the greatest lions, his flesh nourishing the land he once ruled. Sizanani's story isn't just about survival, it's about defying fate. He broke the cycle of his parents' defeat, honored his brother's memory, and left a legacy of 16 cubs to carry his spirit. The reserve workers wept as they buried him, not just for a lion, but for a legend who showed us that even in the wild, courage and connection can rewrite destiny. Perhaps, somewhere in the vast African savanna, Sizanani's spirit roams, reunited with his brother, forever the ghost lion who shook Africa. This version tightens the narrative, adds vivid imagery, and weaves in facts like the Mapogo's vast territory and the challenges of buffalo hunting to enrich the story. It maintains a cinematic, National Geographic-style tone, perfect for narration, while staying concise and impactful for a broad audience. Let me know if you'd like tweaks or additional elements. 1. 3S